Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. July begins by challenging the way you see the world. On July 4th, Mars conjunct Uranus activates your ninth house of travel, education, beliefs, publishing, spirituality, and personal growth. This is a highly stimulating transit that can bring unexpected news, surprising opportunities, or a shift in perspective that changes the direction you are heading. Some Libras may begin exploring a new subject, consider a trip they weren't planning, or find themselves questioning ideas they've held for years. Because Mars and Uranus are both involved, things can move very quickly during this first week of the month. Try to stay open to new information, even if it challenges what you thought you already knew. On July 7th, Neptune stations retrograde in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. This is one of the most important relationship transit of the month for you. Over the next several months, you may begin seeing certain people more clearly. For some Libras, this means recognizing more expectations and reality don't quite match. For others, it may bring a deeper understanding of someone who has been difficult to read. Neptune retrograde doesn't necessarily end relationships. More often, it removes confusion and helps you understand what is actually there rather than what you hoped would be there. July 10th brings Venus conjunct the South Node in your 12th house. Since Venus is your ruling planet, this transit deserves attention. Something from the past may be ready to leave your life. An old emotional pattern, lingering attachment, a fear, or even a situation you've been carrying privately could reach a point of release. This is a good time to pay attention to what you are being asked to let go of rather than you are trying to hold on to. On July 12th, Mercury Cazimi activates your 10th house of career, reputation, and professional goals. A conversation at work may bring clarity. You could receive important information from a manager, a client, or authority figure. For some Libras, this transit coincides with a professional breakthrough or a decision about the direction of their career. If you've been waiting for answers, July 12th may provide them. The following day, Venus squares Uranus. An unexpected realization could challenge a belief, a travel plan, or a perspective you've been carrying for some time. You may also notice tension between your desire for certainty and the changes currently taking place around you. Try not to force answers. Sometimes growth begins with a question rather than a conclusion. The new moon in Cancer on July 14th activates your 10th house and opens a new chapter in your professional life. This is one of the most important new moons of the year for career matters. Whether you are launching something new, changing directions, setting goals, or seeking greater visibility, this new moon supports building a stronger future. July 20th brings one of the biggest transit of the month as Jupiter in Leo opposites Pluto in Aquarius. For Libra, this activates your 11th and 5th houses. The focus shifts toward the balance between your future goals and the things that bring you joy right now. You may find yourself questioning whether certain friendships, groups, or commitments will support the person you are becoming. At the same time, creativity, romance, passion projects, and personal fulfillment become increasingly important. The challenge is not choosing one over the other. The challenge is making sure your future isn't built at the expenses of your happiness. On July 23rd, Mercury stations direct in your 10th house. Career conversations begin moving forward, decisions become easier to make, and situations that felt delayed may finally gain momentum. Then we arrive on July 26th. Saturn stations retrograde in your 7th house, encouraging a review of relationships, commitments, and the agreements you are building with another people. The month ends with full moon in Aquarius conjunct Pluto on July 29th. A creative project, romantic situation, personal goal, or matter involving children may reach an important turning point. Something becomes impossible to ignore. For some Libras, this full moon brings a breakthrough. For others, it brings a realizations about what they truly want moving forward. Either way, the end of July encourages you to stop minimizing your desires and start taking them seriously.